And it's saying that
Power to the
you
internet.
don't have to like me, I don't have to like you, but we have to live together. We have to learn about each other. We have to communicate. We have to do business.
We have to live together.
At some point.
Yeah.
And
we live here on the same ball. It's the same ball.
Right.
I'm glad, man. I know you're a fan of the internet, and I am too.
Right.
I'm glad it's equalizing things because it's just better that way.
Right.
It's just better that way. We're running a cool time, man. I think I hope the white man doesn't react too strongly because right now there's a wall being built between us and Mexico, and it's just like.
Well, when you use this term, the white man, what do you mean?
I mean, you know how like the pyramid, white man, like I don't mean it like militant.
What I'm saying, I do know this attitude of individuals. For example, like a lot of these white supremacist groups.
Yeah, these guys.
They have gained a lot stronger membership because of the immigration issue.
I'm sure that makes sense.
You know, if you start talking to people about, the blacks and the Jews being responsible for the problems in the world, the way they do, then that turns off a lot of people.
Yeah, they're misled.
But if you start talking to people about illegal immigrants are coming, and from Latin America, and they're draining our resources. They're coming, to our schools and to our hospitals, and draining taxpayer dollars.
Yeah.
They're turning our country into something that's third world. These are the statements, that people spew out.
That's offensive.
Just the misinformation that
on every level.
That people spew out, and they say, well, I'm an American. I've got to protect America.
Yeah.
I believe in my country.
Right.
I don't want to be third world, so you have a group of people who espouse, keeping them out, and some at all cost.
Yeah.
But since they feel like they're illegal, they don't belong here.
It's weird.
But
damn it.
But it's very interesting to see how this whole thing is going to play out in this country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just hope I don't hear a lot of shotgun blasts at any point, because I don't mean to sound militant when I say the white man. I'm not talking like Malcolm X stuff. I'm saying the white man is definitely the white. There exists the white man.
There is, in this country, there is some benefit. And I've studied this in a philosophy class. There is this issue about being white in this country. You have certain benefits.
Oh yeah, you do. Totally.
Eddie Murphy did a skit once where he put on this, I guess, his makeup, this suit.
Yes.
And he's going through town, and he's pretending like he's a white person. He's going in, about shopping.
Like a mustache, I think?
Yeah, and he's going into a bank, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Johnson, how are you doing today? Hey, here's a loan." And then the parody of the joke, was of course, somebody he comes in as
white, and he got
regular person, and he's a regular African American, and he's rejected. So I've had friends who've told me stories like they were working in an apartment complex on the nicer part of town, and now you see Little Rock change a lot and its demographics. But so for example, in situations where someone should submit a credit report. It's like, hey, you're a really cool guy. No problem. And then the African American guy shows up. Problem.
We had to do a credit for it.
Right. But a lot of that has changed.
Yeah.
It's
more across the board.
Or again, I've been in restaurants before, and the waiters think you're not going to tip them.
Mm-hmm. That's very common. I work in service.
And then they see you start coming in for coffee and little things like that, and you tip. I tip usually 20%.
20?
Yeah, and you're tipping.
Yeah. Tipping
and then I never knew that there was this attitude. I never knew that African Americans don't tip, or they don't tip as much.
Yeah.
I never knew that was the attitude.
Yeah.
And so,
weird.
When and that's why
it's unfortunate.
I don't know. I'm not offended by it. It's an attitude.
Yeah.
I've been in other countries where, for example, like in East Germany, I've encountered police. Once I was pulled over in Germany. I was pulled over, and the reason I got pulled over is because I look African.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Africans in that part of the country usually are refugees from African countries, and Germany, usually will let some of these people come in as on asylum status. So they'll give them a little bit of money.
Shelter.
Yeah, they'll give them some shelter, and they're not allowed to work. They're not allowed to really drive. They got to get a license
because they have socialized healthcare.
They have to get a license, so they can't drive, and they're not citizens, so they're not driving anywhere. So they see me driving, and some undercover German police officers pulled me over at gunpoint.
What?
At gunpoint. They thought I stole the car. So after they saw,
they haven't changed that much.
So it was my at the time my girlfriend's parents' car. So they saw the insurance. They called her.
Was she in the car?
No,
it wasn't.
They called her parents, and then when they saw my American passport, like, sorry about that.
You're one of those ballers I keep hearing about.
Oh, sorry about that. And all of us, and then I realized they thought, that I stole the car, that I was some African driving without a license.
The presumption is presumptuous. I agree. I don't like it one bit.
But it was a bit upsetting, but it was a cultural learning experience.
It sounds it. I mean, you definitely bounced off positively from it.
Right.
I know your feelings are good. Any last comments?
I think that's about it.
I've enjoyed it. It's been good.
Because I've rambled on enough.
She's
so
really
far.
I think it's nice. I think it's good. Okay, good.
All right.
What's going on?
Hey guys.
Good night?
Good.
Good.